Welcome to Larta Oasis, a 10-acre smallholding in the east of England.
10 acres that is slowly being rewilded and will eventually be left to a local wildlife trust, providing a home for nature and wildlife in perpetuity.
This video is part of one of two, and it covers our holiday in the Kruger National Park, South Africa, where after careful planning and research you can experience a self-drive safari. We visited the Kruger National Park in the month of November, beginning of spring-summer there, and hopefully the rainy season, though I believe the heavier rains are more expected in January, give or take. It was established as a national park on the 26th of May 1926, although work had begun back in the late 1800s. It is a large national park, just under 5 million acres or 2 million hectares, or 19,485 square kilometres, roughly the size of Wales in the UK. It is about 360 kilometres long and 65 kilometres wide, and encompasses a number of different geologies. It boasts many rest camps, rustic camps and private lodges. There are also a number of picnic sites. You will need to book your accommodation before you visit. The rest camps have a level of protection in the form of electric fences, but you should always be vigilant. The other areas we believe do not have this level of protection. It has a vast network of tar and dirt roads, some 3,000 kilometres, and there are a good selection of maps and information booklets available to purchase in the park, or before and take them with you. There are plenty of elephants in the park, and we would recommend a booklet entitled Understanding Elephants, as this will give you a good grounding on their ecology and behaviour. When you check into a rest camp, you will be given a map of the camp where your accommodation will be highlighted. There are rules. For instance, you must adhere to camp gate times, likewise speed limits, 50 kilometres on tar roads and 40 kilometres on dirt roads. Failure to comply will result in fines and or eviction from the park, and rightly so. This video covers a period we were moving away from our SLR camera and pictures, opting instead to use our smartphones and take more videos. We have endeavoured to highlight routes taken, and these are to the best of our memory. 3, 2, 1, go! Off to the airport, bye-bye UK. Long haul flight, but little time difference on landing. Hello Johannesburg, through passport control and customs. Find our hotel for the afternoon and night. Evening meal was very good, as was the apple juice. Short walk back to the terminal in the morning, check in, board an internal flight with Airlink, straight into the Kruger National Park, Skukuza Airport. Pick up the car, and before you can say Shushalusa, you're on safari. Map out and plan route to our first rest camp, Olifants. The gate closes at 18:30. It is about 1 PM and we have 156 kilometres to cover, so we choose a slow direct route. We arrived at Olifants Rest Camp in good time, checked in and headed to our bungalow. We always try for a perimeter accommodation, for the views and the potential for further game sightings. Olifants' view is breathtaking. The next morning we headed for our next rest camp, Shingwedzi. We decided to drive direct for a while, then deviate onto some dirt roads, taking one of our favourites, the S143 Tropic of Capricorn Loop. This would take us close to Mopani Rest Camp, where we would have breakfast. Mopani, like Olifants, has stunning views to enjoy whilst taking breakfast on the raised decking. After breakfast, we came across these vervet monkeys. We also call them scallywags. Upon getting close to Shingwedzi Rest Camp, we stumbled upon a large herd of Cape buffalo making their way to a dry riverbed looking for pools of water. Once inside Shingwedzi Rest Camp, we checked in. Had an evening meal and more apple juice. We will be staying here for about 3 nights. Early morning, gates open at 4:30 a.m, though we usually wait until it is light. Whilst having breakfast, Sharon heard some birds scolding, so went to investigate and spied a pearl-spotted owlet. Well found. Today, our route would take in some tar road to the S56 dirt road, another favourite of ours. A very scenic road ending at Babalala picnic site. Back onto the H17 tar road to Shingwedzi Rest Camp for breakfast. After a late breakfast, we decided to take the S52 dirt road and loop back on the H16 tar road back to camp. The S52 holds special memories for us. It was the road we saw our first ever wild dogs in the Kruger. Our first Kruger National Park trip was in 2000, and we missed a wild dog sighting by minutes. Life takes over, and we didn't get to return for nearly 18 years, but it was worth the wait, being rewarded with our first wild dog encounter. It started with 2 impalas running hell for leather straight past us. At this stage we thought, being next to a riverine, we might stumble upon a leopard. But no, up ahead a wild dog appeared, followed by another, then more. The video is poor quality, but it is all we had back then. Nonetheless, it captures the memory well. We were there on our own, and the experience lasted about 30 minutes or so. At one point we were totally surrounded. Just absolutely fantastic. What follows took us by surprise. The adult wild dogs descended into the dry riverbed and headed towards the far side, where, to our overwhelming joy, they greeted their pups, along with adults who had been minding them. We caught up with them and the extended pack towards late afternoon as we were heading back to Shingwedzi Rest Camp. The pups suddenly laid on the ground, and all bar a few adults who remained to look after the pups went off to hunt. It was getting late, so we went back to Shingwedzi rest camp. We just could not believe our luck. 2 sightings in one day.
Look at that.
No wild dogs this time, but a great drive all the same. Back at camp, and before our meal, a quick tour of the basic accommodation. Starting with Braai facility, or as we know it, barbecue in the UK. Outdoor area with outside kitchen. Some kitchens are inside. Sleeping area with aircon and ceiling fan. Onto wash basin, shower and toilet. Fridge here is inside. Those outside are often caged. All requested you turn the door side to the wall when not there to avoid raids by baboons. We have witnessed raids by baboons and honey badgers on unsuspecting and unprepared visitors. It can be devastating, very messy, and poo is left as a calling card everywhere. Time for something to eat and more. Yep, you've guessed, apple juice. On our last day at Shingwedzi, we are going to head back to the Tropic of Capricorn Loop and breakfast once more at Mapani Rest Camp. Lions doing what lions do best for most of the time. Not much at all. Who doesn't love a warthog? Elephants always have right of way. In fact, all animals do. It is their home after all. What a delight. Breakfast at Mapani on the deck, overlooking elephants enjoying themselves.
Let's let the good times roll. Down, we'll never come down. When the sun comes up, we'll be feeling how we do it now. My heart's on fire,
After breakfast, we're going to take the lengthy S50 dirt road back to Shingwedzi. In our experience, moving past near or part of the Tropic of Capricorn Loop always delivers great game viewing. Here is a tip for anyone not been to the Kruger National Park before. It can be very dusty, especially on dirt roads. Take plenty of lens wipes and keep applying to your camera and mobile phones, otherwise the lenses will become dusty and images recorded will be unclear, misty even. Likewise, keep the vehicle windows clean and top up your windscreen washer bottles. We stopped off at the Shimpa lookout, please excuse our pronunciation, where we could touch Limpopo National Park in Mozambique, then continued our drive on the S50 dirt road to Shingwedzi. After a few kilometres, a lioness stepped out in front of us and we watched her disappear into the bush. A few more kilometres we came across more lions taking shade under a cluster of small shrubs, lionesses and sub-adults. Then one spotted or heard something. A herd of Cape buffaloes. As with the lions, a buffalo sensed something was afoot and became somewhat more deliberate rather than slowly ambling along. But nothing further developed. We often refer to Chacma baboons as hooligans. Cicadas are a sound of the bush. We do love to hear them. Spot the bird. It's an African hoopoe, albeit from behind, well camouflaged amongst the leaf litter. Getting closer to camp now, and more lionesses, this time with cubs. It has been a lion day. Went past the camp's turning for a little while to see if there was more to be had from the day. This lot didn't need a lollipop lady. We turned round back to the lines and towards Shingwedzi Rest Camp. This is what Sharon calls an elephant teacup, though many are not filled these days for good reason and a topic for another day. A red-crested Karans, also known as the suicide bird. Males, as this one here, display through a series of energetic clicks and calls, sometimes flying vertically into the sky before folding its wings away, tumbling towards the ground, and only to land safely at the last moment. This one stops short of the flight display. Here are some ground hornbills with their heavy-duty bills, which are capable of smashing through tortoises' shells. This is a big croc. Before entering through the camp's gates, a real treat. Sharon's favourite bird, a Verox's eagle owl with their pink eyelids. They sound like grumpy old men chunting away. What an end to a great day. Back at camp, whilst having our evening meal, we noticed a sign indicating the flood level reached back in February 2000, the year of our first trip to Kruger National Park. We visited in March just after the floods, and most flood waters had subsided, but the devastation left behind was clear to see. We visited with a couple of friends and remember we had to turn around and find alternative routes as bridges were damaged or gone altogether. When it rains, and waters rise quickly, filling the vast dry riverbeds and sometimes breaching the banks, as was the case in 2000. Here are a couple of pictures we took when we arrived after things had calmed down. Here is a picture of the Olifants River as seen from our perimeter bungalow on this trip. Here is one we took back in 2000. Here is Sharon with our friend back then at a rest camp called Lataba. It was here we had a note put under our door. It read, "Urgent message. There is a strong possibility that a single female lion is presently in the rest camp. The indications are that she was trapped by the river and swam over the fence near the restaurant. A team of rangers have been trying to find her but have not yet been successful. Please stay inside your accommodation, and if you have to go anywhere, please make use of your vehicle. Do not walk around in the rest camp until further notice." Here is Sharon on the November trip at Lataba. You can see the vast area of the riverbed, and it shows just how much water can be produced and collected in a heavy rainy season. This is the electric fencing the lioness swam over to reach the camp. Back in 2000, we saw water and rock monitor lizards the size we have not seen since. Both these specimens were at least 5 feet in length. We reminisce too much. Time to head back southwards for part 2 of our Kruger National Park safari. We hope you enjoyed part 1.
The sun stops it shining. You know you'll have a hand.